Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jocelyn, feeling guilty, attempts to cover her tracks. Chase entered the PCPD interrogation room and asked Anna if she had any leads on Cyrus. Anna claimed she had one, Jason Morgan. Anna felt suspicious when she noticed how clean Cyrus' cottage was. Only somebody like Jason would leave it that clean, she told me. Chase recalls Jason threatening to kill Cyrus and stating no one would ever locate his body. Chase did not believe Jason would follow through because it was reckless. Normally, I'd agree with you. However, this involves Jason's son. Also, the cabin was so clean. It just screams professional, she told me. Anna asked Chase to bring Jason in for questioning. Jason met Sunny at Bobby's. Sunny had heard Cyrus was missing, but Jason insisted that if Cyrus had been slain, it was not him. Jason stated he considered killing Cyrus but concluded it was the wrong decision. "I'm not saying you made the wrong decision, but it's not one you would have made a year ago," says Sunny. "A year ago, Danny's mom was still here," Jason answered. Sunny understood and told Jason that he demonstrated restraint and respect. Jason said that people change. Jocelyn watched Sunny and Jason from the counter until Trina entered and ordered that Joss phone her mother. "She's been blowing up my phone. She's worried sick about you," Trina said me. Joss brushed it off, claiming they were swamped with the breakfast rush, but Trina could see something else was awry. She also found it unusual that Joss wasn't concerned about losing her phone. Joss made up a narrative and told Trina she had been thinking about Dex the night before, so she went to his place to be alone and feel closer to her late boyfriend. Joss went into more false detail, claiming that her phone displayed a random memory photo of Dex, so she flung it against the wall, which is why she needed a new one. When Trina left and Joss returned to work, Gio came. He apologized for Emma's behavior the night before, but Joss stated she anticipated it given that she and Emma were childhood foes. When Sunny beckoned Gio over to his table, Jason joined Joss at the counter. She asked if they might meet in private for guidance, but Anna called and interfered. Anna told him to put down the PCPD right now. Joss was surprised later when Felicia stopped by Bobby's and reported that the PCPD believed Cyrus had been murdered and had arrested Jason as the major suspect. Jason went straight to the interrogation room, but didn't know why he was there, so Anna explained. "I'd like you to explain to me how you went against everything we'd talked about last night," she told me. She demanded to know where Cyrus was, but Jason honestly didn't know. Jason argued, "I didn't kill Cyrus," as Anna handed him a phone to call Diane. "I thought about it. I even had it planned, and I know Cyrus deserved it, but when I left here last night, I went to Sam's grave, and then I went to Drew's," Jason told me. He informed Anna that Sasha and Alexis had begged him not to do it. "Oh, I wanted to, but I didn't because you asked me for a favor," he said. Anna sat down with Jason and informed him about Cyrus's spotless refuge, which raised her worries. "Only someone with your skill could leave a crime scene so clean," she added, to which Jason honestly responded, "Thank you." Anna wondered if Cyrus was still on the run, but Jason didn't believe so. "If the place was that clean, you can be certain that someone did kill Cyrus and then wiped the place after," according to him. When Chase received the forensics report, he notified Anna that 2 hairs were discovered at the cabin. Both belonged to Jason. Brooke Lynn pulled Lois aside in her bedroom and enthusiastically informed her mother that she had told Chase everything. He was now aware that she had a baby while in high school. Lois was immediately startled and wondered why Brooke Lynn had changed her mind. Brooke Lynn explained that Chase felt terrible about Brooke Lynn never becoming pregnant if they opted to adopt. "I knew it was time for me to be vulnerable and honest with him," she told me. Lois was relieved to find that Chase was not furious at all, and that Brooke Lynn had left the father's identity out of her story. "You saved us from devastation all around with that one," Lois murmured, sighing a little sigh of relief. Brooke Lynn's relief turned to silent panic when she claimed Chase had asked if she wanted to discover her kid. When Gio walked in, Lois almost needed smelling salts. Gio handed Lois an envelope from Sunny with enough money for her to take him to see the Chicago Symphony, and then some. Rick and Ava awoke together, ready for a fresh start. Ava believed things were finally improving for her. Rick attempted to take credit for Ava's 50-50 custody arrangement, but she knew he had nothing to do with it. Rick stated that Sonny only proposed the agreement because he was frightened of confronting him in court. So, me being a good mother? That accounted for nothing? Ava was puzzled. Rick assured her that it counted for everything, but he was still convinced that something had startled Sonny. Alexis was astonished to see Christina, Molly, and Dante enter her office. Dante told the Davis women what had occurred to Cyrus the night before. They were understandably shocked to learn that Cyrus murdered Sam because he was interfering with his mercy-killing mission. So, my daughter was killed because she chose to save someone's life, Alexis exclaimed in shock. Alexis was outraged that Cyrus had not yet been arrested. There is no way that bastard is getting away with it this time, Alexis stated. Christina went on a rant against the legal system. Another killer has slipped through the cracks, she murmured, as Molly reflected on her existence with 3 heads. Alexis was sitting alone, digesting Dante's new revelation, when Rick entered and asked if she was all right. Why are you even asking that? You don't care about me. You don't even care about your own daughter, she replied, leaving Rick wondering what had happened to Molly. Alexis ultimately informed Rick that Cyrus had killed Sam. Rick attempted to soothe his ex by wrapping his arms around her, but she initially pushed him away before falling down in his arms. Molly and Christina left for Bobby's. Christina lashed out at the legal system once more as the sisters chatted outdoors. Molly defended it, stating that she, Alexis, and Dante had devoted their lives to it. Christina didn't care and thought the legal system had failed her. Laura praised Felicia for all her help while family members were in the hospital. Laura was relieved to hear that Lucky's condition was stable. Laura wished she had never met Cyrus, but she was worried when Marty approached her and saw the expression on his face. Felicia left Laura and Marty alone to speak. Marty was terrified to discover the news about his brother. He claimed that he awoke to the PCPD beating on his door, asking for information regarding Cyrus. I don't know how he could have done something like that to his own nephew, Marty was saying. Laura added, and niece, before adding Marty that Cyrus attempted to kill Lulu multiple times. Marty felt ill to his stomach when Laura told him what Cyrus had done to Lulu, and he hated himself. I wanted to believe that he'd changed. I wanted to believe that the whole religious epiphany was for real, Marty said with tears. In a way, it was, Laura explained. She explained that Cyrus believed he was doing the Lord's work and that he caused Lulu's liver failure. If I had only barred him from her room the moment I saw him sitting by her bed, I wanted to believe that it was all about him wanting to ingratiate himself to me and the staff, so they would tell me how devoted he was, but he wasn't. He was poisoning my daughter and waiting for her to die. That bastard almost killed both of my children, Laura said. Marty was stunned when Laura told him about all of Cyrus's murders. Every time he spotted Cyrus snooping around the hospital, he knew something was off. Marty also told Laura that Cyrus wanted to release their mother from his agony, which helped Laura understand what motivated Cyrus' murdering spree. It's easy to make the connection between my past and our present, Marty told me. Marty felt horrible about making a legal complaint against Jason for threatening Cyrus. Marty replied, if I were Jason Morgan, I would have done the same thing. Maybe Cyrus will never be released from his sickness unless someone like Jason Morgan takes care of him. Sonny was the next person to stop by Laura's perch on a couch outside the 10th floor elevators. They discussed Lucky. His dad is a hero, and his mother is a hero. He gets his strength from you, but his stubbornness from both of you, Sonny remarked, lifting Laura's spirits. Kai saw Quinn at the surf bar and thanked him for setting him up with a reservation at the Savoy. Quinn exploited his familial connection with NECA to assist his friend. Quinn was astonished to find that Kai had brought Trina to the Savoy on Valentine's Day. Quinn said Trina was very critical and judgmental and needed to adjust her attitude. Kai defended Trina, telling Quinn that things had changed since their initial meeting. If anything, Trina is lifting me up, he remarked. Quinn was infuriated. I don't get it. I thought I got through to her when I told her to stay away from you, she remarked. Kai also became enraged. "What did you just say? You talked to Trina behind my back?" Quinn responded that he did, claiming Trina distracted him from the game and caused Kai's injuries. Kai told Quinn that Trina was the only one who had kept him going since his injury, and he didn't blame her at all. Trina came at Ava's new house, eager to discuss work. Ava could sense Trina was thrilled about something, so Trina told her about her date from the night before. Trina wanted to keep the fact that she had a nice time a secret so that Joss would not be unhappy. Trina remembered how devastated she felt when Spencer died. She also puzzled why Ava smiled. "Because for the first time in a year, you're talking about your grief in the past tense," Ava informed her. Trina's face lighted up as Kai called to see if she wanted to meet together. Next on General Hospital, Jason defends himself. Carly is furious with Jack. Drew threatens Nina. Will Drew allow his brother to go to jail? Drew Quartermain's intense animosity for his twin brother is tested when he is asked if Jason was with him during Cyrus' suspected murder. Jason expects his congressman brother to be honest, but Drew believes this is the moment he's been waiting for. He might finally put his hitman brother in jail for life if he tells one tiny white lie and denies Jason was at his house the night before. This will put Alan's sons against each other more than ever before. Drew might just do the right thing and prove he still has a heart somewhere. Meanwhile, Tracy is preparing to make a move to bring Drew down. Is she using her old friend Stella to do it? Jocelyn takes a life-changing decision on Wednesday. Is he going to waste all of her pre-med and environmental studies coursework so she can become a super spy like Anna Devane? Jocelyn had always wanted to catch bad guys and was proud of Dex for being a cop. Now she has the opportunity to become a WSB agent. She also fears that if she does not accept Jack's offer, he will turn her in for killing Cyrus. Carly will undoubtedly be fascinated to learn about her daughter and boyfriend's new partnership. Brooklyn is surprised when Chase tells them that he came up with a solution to conceive a baby without having to adopt. Is he prepared to use a surrogate, or does he have another option? Following Molly and Christina's failed surrogacy attempt, it would be unusual to see another couple on the canvas try this so quickly. Brooklyn is open to hearing Chase's point of view, but she remains dubious. General Hospital spoilers, what did Khalid want Brennan to leave behind in the cabin? General Hospital spoilers had many viewers wondering what Khalid asked Brennan to leave behind in the cabin. General Hospital spoilers, what did Khalid want Brennan to leave behind in the cabin? According to the most recent episode of General Hospital, Brennan requested Khalid to clear up the cabin, with one exception. It could have been Cyrus's hospital and nursing home patient name tags, but Jocelyn informed him about them after Brennan urged Colette to clear up the cabin. It goes without saying that this tale generated a lot of discussion on the internet. Some even said the cabin was owned by the Holt family, and they assumed that Cyrus might have been hiding there due to his ties to them. If they uncover no evidence that he was there, the natural assumption would be that he had never been there. I just don't believe they could have cleaned all of his DNA from the location in such a short period of time. Another General Hospital viewer stated, something that implicates Jason. Because Brennan always promised Jason that one day he would work for him, whether he wanted to or not. Or something that implicates Joss or Carly, because Jason will work for Brennan for the same reason. General Hospital spoilers, what happens next in Port Charles? There was also this comment, could be something that ties Jason to the crime. Jason's alibi is Drew, and we already know Drew has it in for Jason, and he will most likely claim Jason was never at his house. Hopefully, Spinelli can hack into the security cameras and prove Jason was at Drew's and not the cabin. General Hospital spoilers, Chase and Brooklyn need to split up. General Hospital spoilers indicate that things are not going well for this couple. In fact, everything so far points to a major breakup between Brooklyn and Chase. General Hospital spoilers, Chase and Brooklyn should split up. During the most recent episodes of General Hospital, Brooklyn revealed to Chase that she was pregnant as a teen and had given up her kid. Even though she eventually spoke clean to her husband, which provided him with additional answers as to why they are unable to have a child, Chase became angrier than before. Now that Gio is Brooklyn and Dante's son, Chase must decide whether or not he still wants Brooklyn in his life. Of course, many General Hospital fans have expressed their opinions on the topic on social media. Some have even said, honestly, Chase has no right to know this. Or till and until BLQ decides to tell him. So he could be astonished. But he has no right to pronounce judgment or be upset. General Hospital spoilers, what happens next to Chase and Brooklyn? Brooklyn should just tell him that it happened in the past. She has no idea who the kid is and has never thought about it. Another critic commented, it is morally terrible not to inform the father that he is a father. It's simply dreadful to think about. I wonder how many fathers have had to seek for custody after discovering that their child was adopted by a stranger. The whole secret isn't out now, is it? Wait until the rest gets out. There was also the following comment, he's so obnoxious. If my husband spoke like that, I would have devoured him alive. He is a man, which means he is still living after 25 years. I would have been held accountable for concealing such a major secret. General Hospital spoilers, will Guy Wilson stay on the show indefinitely? According to General Hospital teasers, many fans are wondering if Guy Wilson will continue to appear on the program as the new Lucky. That is what everyone wants to know. General Hospital spoilers, will Guy Wilson remain on the show indefinitely? Many General Hospital viewers appear to be disappointed that actor Jonathan Jackson was not able to witness Lucky's first kiss with Elizabeth. Instead, his temporary employee, Guy Wilson, did the work for him. Many fans have wondered why the authors couldn't wait for JJ to return, particularly for such an important moment between Lucky and Liz. Could this imply that Guy will take over as the character from this point forward? Of course, the internet had a lot to say about the situation. Some fans and critics even noted, I think he did an excellent job given how intricate those few sequences were. I wish they could have saved Liz and Lucky's first kiss in what feels like decades for JJ's return, but Guy stepped in and did a fine job. Another critic stated, he wasn't horrible. His tone and demeanor reminded me of JJ. JJ is the only true Lucky for me, however. I wonder if other actors declined the task. Can you picture having to come in after the OG for 2 key scenes? And then there was this comment as well, hate it. But it isn't the performer's fault. But he was not Lucky for me. Glad it was only 2 episodes. I hate that Lucky and Liz's first kiss wasn't with JJ, though. General Hospital spoilers, what's next for Lucky and Liz? That's all I was upset about. Couldn't they have just redone that part to include another almost kiss? John Lindstrom has made his decision on Beyond the Gates. It appears he's made a decision. John Lindstrom has made it obvious that he intends to go all in with his upcoming series, Beyond the Gates. John Lindstrom has made his choice with Beyond the Gates. The actor, best known for his role as Kevin Collins on General Hospital, appears to be focusing on the work he is doing in Atlanta for Beyond the Gates rather than the fictional town of Port Charles that fans have grown accustomed to seeing him in. On Monday, John posted a brief video of himself on his X account, captioned Today Beyond the Gates makes TV history. I am so proud and humbled to be a part of this remarkable event and to be a cast member of this wonderful new musical. Naturally, his fans and following reacted quickly. Now it appears that you are performing hip-hop in New York, Los Angeles, and Atlanta. I'm looking forward to seeing you and Katie in future episodes. Another fan wrote, it was all I expected and more. I'm looking forward to your debut on the series because I know you'll deliver. I've been a fan of your work since the late 1990s. What's next for Beyond the Gates? And there was also this comment, I have Beyond the Gates set to record so I can watch GH first. Can't wait for your and Katie's characters to come because I only know 2 of the cast members. It's fantastic to have a brand new soap to watch. I'm looking forward to getting to know these characters and their lives. General Hospital spoilers, surprising news, promised takedown, life-changing decisions. Brooklyn Chase receives startling news, Stella Henry pledges a takedown, and Jocelyn Jacks makes a life-changing decision. Surprising news, during Brooklyn and Harrison Chase's emotional agony over Chase's infertility, he spills a bombshell. He tells a surprised Brooklyn that he has created a strategy to produce a child together. But since he's infertile, how might this be possible? Is he recommending that they utilize a close cousin as a sperm donor, allowing Brooklyn to carry an embryo that is closely related? Or is it possible that he has discovered a breakthrough process that allows them to make an embryo together? While getting a second view is usually a good idea, it's still unclear how they may create a child who actually belongs to both of them. Critical questioning at the PCPD. Jason Morgan remains behind bars while one of the alternate assistant district attorneys, most recently Jennifer Field as Jennifer Arden, has pressing questions for Drew. Drew is summoned to the police to give an alibi for Jason, and the ADA presses him with a sharp question: was Mr. Morgan with you at the time? The pressure rises for Drew. A falsehood may unleash Carly Spencer on him, not to mention Anna Devane's wrath. He also has to consider how this would affect Willow Corinthos, who is right there with him. Curtis Ashford receives a letter from Stella following his earlier inquiry, in which she discloses that she believes they have a plan to bring Drew down. Unless someone has informed them, either is likely to be aware of Drew's current presence at the PCPD, where he is supporting Jason. Drew and Jason were identical twins before Drew had major plastic surgery following his accident, therefore their DNA should still match. What are Stella and Curtis up to if they are aware of Jason's murder suspicion? Drew undoubtedly had a reason to confront Cyrus Renaud months ago, but what exactly is Stella planning? Carly presses Anna. Carly is steadfast in her belief that Jason is innocent of Cyrus' murder. While speaking with Anna at the PCPD, she emphasizes her desire to find Cyrus' killer so that she can express her appreciation. However, if she discovered that the true culprit was her own daughter, Jocelyn, she would be devastated, despite her initial desire to thank her. Carly is unaware that elaborate machinations are hatching behind the scenes, which will unnerve both her and Anna, though Anna may not be completely surprised. Anna had recently cautioned Jack Brennan to keep his distance from her granddaughter, Emma Scorpio Drake, maybe to avoid any attempts at recruitment. Life-changing decisions. Jocelyn has returned to the WSB field office, where she faces Brennan. In a tense exchange, she reiterates his earlier warning: if she refuses to cooperate with his plans, he may imprison her. He had already warned her about the ramifications of her concerns about Jason's condition, saying that she must toe the line after reporting that the WSB had planted evidence. Now, Jocelyn is conflicted. She can't shake the notion that Jason will be unfairly condemned, especially given Brennan's ominous threat to produce a body as proof of her involvement. But is there another option? Might Jocelyn decide to go above Brennan's head and expose him for arranging this hazardous plot against Cyrus and framing Jason? Chris McKenna, a newcomer to General Hospital, opens more about his family life. On General Hospital, the WSB has established a field office in Port Charles, led by Jack Brennan. It's a bit of a downgrade for him. He's pretty content being in the city because of his interest to Carly Spencer. While he did tell her one narrative about his past, he remains an international man of mystery. In real life, McKenna is an open book, sharing details about his personal life with his fans on social media. Chris McKenna of General Hospital posted these cute photos on Instagram with the caption, "Family park days are unbeaten, #park, #family, #picnic, #love." The photos show McKenna playing with his baby Spencer, who was due in July 2024. His third photo also shows his wife, Lovisa Jansen, and their adorable baby. The pair married in May 2022 and have lived happily ever after. His admirers all agreed that baby Spencer was gorgeous. At Leslie Amoros responded with pure joy. "So pleased for you all." One follower, at Thames55, who recalled McKenna's soap opera roots, wrote, "Beautiful family. Smiling face with hard eyes. I love seeing you with your real family, from a longtime One Life to Live fan. Now for a longer time, original General Hospital fan. Welcome to GH." While at Casmarie3131 commented, "Precious moments to cherish," at Lori_Pink426 wrote, "You want to just bottle them up and save them forever, Red Heart." Whether the fan meant to bottle up the precious moments or the cute kids as babies is unclear, but the loving sentiment was nonetheless evident. Another comment by @BrandyBailey1369, which was something echoed by many of his fans, was, "Boy, look at that smile, y'all make a beautiful family." Co-star Wright had originally welcomed McKenna to General Hospital on X, formerly Twitter, where she also bid adieu to Brennan's previous portrayer, Charles Measure. She wrote, "Big love to Charles. And a big welcome to Chris McKenna." And a big hug to all the fans. We love you so much and we are so grateful for you all. #GHBaby. Now that Brennan is attempting to recruit Carly's daughter Jocelyn for the WSB, Wright may have a spy in her family. Carly and Brennan are having a slow start to their relationship for good reason. She's become cautious about simply jumping into a new romance without testing the waters first. Who knows, maybe Carly will jump into the espionage game. Stranger things have happened before. Jason is framed, Joss panics, and Drew is the alibi. Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor had a date at the Rice Modern Art Museum, and part of it included being part of the painting community. They suited up and got creative. By the time the date had ended, Kai told Trina that she had inspired his interest in art. Brad has to pay off a debt one way or another. Brad Cooper talked to Felicia Scorpio about needing the itinerary for the symposium in Miami, and Lucas Jones overhears. He acknowledges the amount of work he has done and is proud of him. Selena Wu interrupts their chat and hands Brad his letter of resignation. She informs him that he is coming back to work for her. Jordan Ashford stops by GH to see Portia Robinson and discuss Cyrus Renaud and how he may no longer be a threat. They are interrupted by Felicia calling to say that Selena is in the hospital. Portia approaches Selena and tells her that she can leave if she does not need medical care. Selena texts Brad and tells him to meet her at the surf lodge. She tells him that one way or another his debt needs to be paid off, and if he doesn't have the money then he will work for her until it is. He offers up proof that Portia changed lab results as collateral, and Selena says he is now paid in full. Everyone is visiting Drew's new home. Maxie Jones is at Drew Quartermain's new house and she asked Alexis Davis to stop over. Alexis bypasses decorating questions and tells Drew that Sam was murdered by Cyrus. Drew asks what he should tell Scout, and Alexis suggests that he hold off on doing that because she's already so vulnerable. After Alexis leaves, Willow Corinthos and Nina Reeves pay Drew a visit and praise Maxie's decorating skills. Willow and Maxie disappear to look at window treatments while Nina and Drew butt heads. He insists that he will marry Willow and have a child with her. He then says that the only reason that Nina is lashing out at him is because she's jealous of Willow. Willow and Drew leave as Nina and Maxie stay behind. Once outside, Drew gets a call from the PCPD asking him to come in to talk to them, and Willow tags along. Nina tells Maxie that she has to keep Willow from moving in with Drew and wants to go through his safe. She is positive that there are major skeletons in his closet. She pleads her case and Maxie won't give her access, but tells her to look inside the folder on Drew's coffee table once she leaves. Alexis and Lucas share a moment. Alexis stops at GH to talk to Lucas. She asks what he knew about Sam's death, and Lucas spills the details on knowing that it was Cyrus for quite a while. Alexis asks why everyone knew but her. Lucas tells her that he wasn't saying until he was positive that Cyrus really killed Sam. Alexis then asks Lucas if she blamed him when he first told her that Sam was dead, and if so, did that stop him from attending Sam's funeral? He says no, and that he went to the church for the funeral, but left when Danny asked him to. They share a moment over how hard this has been and how much they both love Sam. Jason is framed and Jocelyn panics. Jason Morgan is at the PCPD and Anna Devane tells him that the only thing found at Cyrus Renaud's cabin was his DNA. They are interrupted by ADA Turner telling Anna that she is no longer on the case because her judgment is clouded. Jocelyn Jax overhears and interrupts, insisting that Jason didn't do it. Turner tells Joss to back off and goes to talk to Jason. Turner tells Jason that he should cooperate because this time he isn't getting away with murder. He refuses to speak to her and asks for his attorney. Anna tells Turner that Jason has an alibi and she'll call them in. Carly Spencer visits Jack Brennan and wants to ask him about the phone call that made him make a hasty exit the other night. She admits that if he hadn't left when he did, she probably would have asked him to stay the night. He admits that if she had, then he would have stayed. She says that it would have been a mistake because she doesn't know what they are, and if it's a fling, it has to stop now. He tells her that he will wait as long as it takes for her to be comfortable. As they are speaking, Joss is in the hallway of the WSB yelling because Jason was detained for a crime that she committed. Jack tells Carly about Jason being in custody, probably to get rid of her fast. Joss storms into Jack's office and says that they need to do something because Jason is in custody. She asks how his DNA got in the cabin and Jack looks her dead in the eye and says the WSB put it there. He tells her that it's her fault because she was hardly subtle about going after Cyrus, so they had to give them a suspect. Brennan tells Joss Cyrus' body will never be found, so Jason can't go down for the crime. He says that Cyrus' body can appear if she wants to take the fall, and she tells him to leave Cyrus where he is. He again asks her to protect and serve as a member of the WSB. It's a job she is made for. Joss still doesn't know what her next step should be. Carly arrives at PCPD and gets a full update from Anna, and they both agree that Jason didn't do this. She is relieved to hear that he has an alibi until Drew and Willow walk in. And everyone realizes that he is Jason's alibi, but will he admit it? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.